to the Not So Troubling Introvert. Today, I'm talking about what to do when you have an introvert hangover. This is what I currently have. I had a busy couple of weeks that involved seeing humans in the flesh, because there is a difference between an introvert hangover and a Zoom hangover. I know a lot of people during the pandemic got very zoomed out and, fed up of Zoom. And I get that and how I dealt with it. And it's kind of easy to deal with that. You just have less Zoom interaction, or change the way you have your Zoom interaction. And obviously in the past year or so, I've spent less and less time amongst other humans or having to deal with other humans in person. And I thought I was being smart and doing a soft re-entry into having to deal with humans in person. I had a weekend where I saw some people in small doses, and I had an evening where I had a break where I was all by myself, and then saw some other people in small doses, and then had another break, and then was on our way home. We had brunch with a friend, which was wonderful. And then we made a last minute decision to go see another friend. And then we ended up spending, I think, an hour and a half there speaking to this other friend. And it was worth the trip. But what I realized was my mind already thought, hey, I'm on my way home, and was almost in wind down mode when we ended up seeing this other person. And so I got back from that trip and passed out. And that was a few days. And then I had a couple of busy days because, after you've taken some time off, you're always trying to catch up. So I had a couple of busy days with some slightly stressful calls that I had to make. And then I went to an event outdoors. But it featured lots of people that I didn't necessarily know and no one that I knew very well. And this event was from about 6-ish in the evening, and I did not get home until about 1. And then the very next day, I slept. I didn't even want to talk to the other person that I live with, and I thought I'd be okay, but I got up and I was grumpy and I was tired. But it wasn't a tired due to lack of sleep. Like, I wasn't a yawning tired. It just presented in me just feeling very drained and tired and grumpy. And then that same day, I also had to go to another event and hang out with a couple of people for a couple of hours. And I got back that evening and yes, was hanging out, but it's kind of that when you're at home and you should be productive, but you just can't. And then this is now manifested into day 2, where I'm just sort of napping, playing games, not sure what to do with myself because I know I should be working, but at the same time, I'm foggy brained. I don't have the energy. I'm not going to produce good work. So what the hell am I doing? So I would love to know, dear listeners, how does your introvert hangover present in you? Do you get grumpy? Do you get hangry? Do you get short-tempered? Do you have foggy brain? How does it present in you? And also, what do you do to counteract that? I realized I was foolish and did not give myself enough alone time and felt guilty and wanted to perform societally. I also realized that my levels have obviously dropped. The ability to deal with lots of people for more than a few days or what have you. It's a muscle and that muscle has atrophied. Atrophied. That word. So what I am going to try and do, over the next week or so is to nap, read. I did a lot of meditation. That was useful. I'm going to do some work. I now need to plan out. I'm going to check my schedule and see what other things that I've got planned and make sure I have downtime in between. And I'm just trying to figure out what works best for me in my current situation to help recharge myself. Whatever that might look like and however I might feel about it. Could be do nothing, but I feel bad doing nothing. So that's a whole counterintuitive thing for me. So those of you who are out there who are thinking about going out and seeing humans, and you haven't seen them in a really long time, be aware of the overwhelm and be aware of the impending, possibly, you might not get it, but just be aware that it could happen, hangover. I mean, admittedly, I haven't had alcohol hangover in a really long time, but this almost feels worse. Thank you for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com, helping you build your brand and get hired. Have a great rest of your week.